it was diplomacy. Hard, painstaking diplomacy. Not saber-rattling, not tough talk, that ratcheted up the pressure on Iran. With the world now unified beside us, Iran's economy contracted severely and remains about 20% smaller today than it would have otherwise been. No doubt this hardship played a role in Iran's 2013 elections, when the Iranian people elected a new government that promised to improve the economy through engagement with the world. A window had cracked open. Iran came back to the nuclear talks. Despite the criticism, we moved ahead to negotiate a more lasting, comprehensive deal. Partly because of our sanctions, the Iranian government has over $500 billion in urgent requirements, from funding pensions and salaries to paying for crumbling infrastructure. Iran's leaders have raised the expectations of their people that sanctions relief will improve their lives. Even a repressive regime like Iran's cannot completely ignore those expectations. And that's why our best analysts expect the bulk of this revenue to go into spending that improves the economy and benefits the lives of the Iranian people. The ruling regime is dangerous and it is repressive. We will continue to have sanctions in place on Iran's support for terrorism and violation of human rights. We will continue to insist upon the release of Americans detained unjustly. We will have a lot of differences with the Iranian regime. The bottom line is, if Iran cheats, we can catch them, and we will. I recognize that resorting to force may be tempting in the face of the rhetoric and behavior that emanates from parts of Iran. It is offensive. It is incendiary. We do take it seriously. But superpowers should not act impulsively in response to taunts or even provocations that can be addressed short of war. Just because Iranian hardliners chant "death to America" does not mean that that's what all Iranians believe. In fact, it's those hardliners who are most comfortable with the status quo. It's those hardliners chanting "death to America" who've been most opposed to the deal. They're making common cause with the Republican caucus. The majority of the Iranian people have powerful incentives to urge their government to move in a different, less provocative direction. Incentives that are strengthened by this deal. We should offer them that chance. We should give them that opportunity. It's not guaranteed to succeed. But if they take it, that would be good for Iran, it would be good for the United States, it would be good for a region that has known too much conflict, it would be good for the world. Peace is not the absence of conflict, President Reagan once said. It is the ability to cope with conflict by peaceful means. President Kennedy warned Americans not to see conflict as inevitable, accommodation as impossible, and communication is nothing more than the exchange of threats. It is time to apply such wisdom. The deal before us doesn't bet on Iran changing. It doesn't require trust. It verifies and requires Iran to forsake a nuclear weapon.